Good evening, everyone, and welcome back to Cask 529. I'm Bryan.
And I'm Shona.
Tonight, Shona obviously has something going on here for me, but we'll find out in just a minute what that is. We'll be right back, guys. Hey guys, welcome back. Shona, what do you have going on tonight?
Well, for you, my dear, I have a double blind.
I see that. No bottles.
No bottles. What I can tell you is that they all have the same age statement.
Okay.
Okay? I'm not going to tell you what the age statement is right now, but they all have the same age statement. However, we're going to play a little bit of a game tonight.
Okay.
I'm not going to ask you what the proof is. I will tell you all the proofs are similar. Okay? But there is one wheated, and then there is one that is a rye. And so I would like you to tell me, guess.
So even those are similar proof?
Yep, they're all similar proof. All the same age statement. One is a wheater, one is a rye.
Okay.
And that's really all I think I can tell.
Okay.
Well, one of them we have never had before.
That's exciting. I always like the ones we've never had.
Yeah.
Not really in a blind do I like them. But, one thing I'm noticing right out of the gate, and it's obvious, and I don't know if it's obvious on the camera, this one
Really light.
is so light.
It is.
And this one appears to be
A lot darker.
darker than these two. Definitely darker than that one, but that one appears to be darker than those two.
Yep.
So,
Don't let that fool you though.
I mean, that's going to mean something. I don't know what it'll mean, but it'll mean something. It'll mean that that's really light.
That's what it'll mean. That's all it'll mean.
So, 4 pours,
Yep.
2 bourbons, well, 3 bourbons. Just one's a wheater and a rye.
Yep.
Similar proofs, all the same age.
Correct. And I am going to be taking notes on what you say. That way.
So I remember. So I remember. You remember.
So you remember what you said.
It's like you've done this with me before.
Yeah.
Okay. Should we start?
We should. Loving the nose on that one.
The first show after we've done a live event is always like, I'm not sure what to do.
Why is
I
that?
think I'm still in recovery mode usually when we do the first one.
This one has a pleasant nose on it.
It's really sweet.
It's sweet. There's a lot of brown sugar on it. There's caramel. Get some oak. I love the nose on this one. So good.
She got legs. It's really unique.
I'm getting fruit notes, cherry notes, brown sugar.
It's creamy also.
It is a little bit creamy, yes.
I'm going to say caramel.
You know, when it first entered my palate, it took me a minute to get any type of notes. It enters your palate very softly. And then the medium, like right in the medium.
Yeah, like at first it was so light. I wasn't sure if there was going to be anything there at first.
I was too.
It wasn't awful. It was just so mellow that, and it stays mellow, but it does present some stuff. And I'm getting some vanilla. I'm actually getting a kind of an aftertaste of vanilla. That lingers for me.
Again, enters the palate really light. This time, I was prepared for that lightness at the beginning. At first, I was worried. Halfway through the taste, I'm getting some spices. Let's follow it up with some fruity notes, which is a cherry.
I've got the cherry for sure. Yep.
Some brown sugar, the vanilla. And I think you're right, it finishes with that heavy vanilla, but also like a dried fruit taste. It's a sweet vanilla.
Yeah.
Throughout it, you're getting a little bit of char. I really like this one. And I'm not gonna lie to you, I really forget the order I poured these.
I don't really believe that.
No, I seriously do. However, I don't know if I've really had that one before, but that one's good.
You know, it could be that we've had it a long time ago. I don't know. It's unique. It's not something that I recall having. Of course, you know, I'm standing here thinking, what do we have that's all the same age?
Yeah. Do you want me to make any type of note on this one for you, or wait till we come back through?
Yeah, probably second time through, I'll give you
Okay.
some notes.
Okay.
Apologize again for my head tonight, guys. Shona had me out with the whip mowing the grass again today, which is...
I'm a horrible wife, guys. I am a horrible wife.
It's just, I just know what it means when I go out right now to do that.
Just so you know, though, Bryan had me out with the whip, working in the shop, getting signs and stuff done. So it was a give and take type of day.
It was. However, I probably ended up out on top because my day ended coming into a steak dinner. So
You did. Number 2 is it is so light.
I don't get anything on the nose.
For an age-stated pour, you would think it would be similar in color with the other ones. For them all being the same age.
That's what's really got me baffled is, how is it so light?
And I accidentally almost gave the age. I don't know if you heard me stop myself right in time.
I missed it.
Okay, I'm going to say the nose on this for me is not pleasant. I'm getting some ethanol notes.
I didn't get anything on the nose, and that same nothing followed right through on the palate. I got just a little wee bit of warmth, but that's it. That's all I got.
Besides that slight ethanol, that's all I'm getting on the nose. It's not, when I say slight, it is truly slight. It's not horrible, but it's there for me.
What'd you get on the palate?
A little bit of ethanol on the palate too.
So it matched your nose.
It did. However, I'm also able to pick up some vanillas and caramel. I was going to say the karma, something like that. No.
Shauna's making her own tasting note wheel tonight.
I'm on the outer ring with Mike.
Yeah, the row ring.
It finishes really nice though. It finishes with almost like a vanilla ice cream note. It does have a really nice finish. It's very light though.
I'll have to see what it does next time around. It doesn't taste bad. To me, it just doesn't taste. I don't really get anything off of it.
Now that I got the vanilla ice cream note in my mind, that's what I'm getting all the way through it.
Yeah, it's
like a creamy vanilla. Not a whole lot else.
I guess
on it,
I
though.
should eat more ice cream to see if I can learn to pick that up.
No, I don't think you need to. Nope.
You always have an answer. Okay, so that was the lightest in color that I noticed initially. And we're going to what I thought was the darkest in color.
No, this is a beautiful color. I love the color.
It's really
on this
rich
one.
and dark. Hope it's not a big old disappointment.
The nose is heavy on the char for me. Getting a little bit of sweet notes.
Are you getting some pepper?
Yes. I'm getting some pepper.
I'm getting that. I'm getting that little bit of a warm tickle.
But really heavy on the char, on the nose. Okay.
Really creamy. It's like that maple syrup. That's a really unique taste.
It's good. I like it. It's a char forward.
It's thick. Mm-hmm. Which I kind of thought it was going to be based on color. I mean, it's really rich. I'm getting the char, obviously the oak. As pleasant as the nose was, I'm not really getting that on the palate. I'm not getting that sweet, like the brown sugar sweet. I'm not getting that at all.
Okay. It finished sweet for me. That brown sugar note that you, that's why I was kind of shocked that you're not getting it.
Yeah, I didn't get it.
So I think let's take another taste of it. But this is really unique and it's really good.
You said one of these we've never had, right?
Again, it's very char forward as it enters your palate. There's a fruity note. I'm not thinking it's cherry at this point. However, it could be cherry. It's like a dark fruit though. And it finishes really sweet, but it has some vanilla and caramel notes in it. A lot of char and a little bit of oak all the way through. I like it. So far, 1 and 3 to me is really good. They both have that. I'm going to say 3 is probably a little bit of a cherry note. Maybe on the way back, it'll make itself known.
Yeah, we'll have to see it then.
But number 1 definitely had that cherry note for me. They're both sweeter. Number 2, it's not horrible. But it has that ethanol on the nose. I didn't get the ethanol as much on the second sip of it. But it was still there.
So I'd actually forgot one of the things you told us. I almost feel like it did, no, we still have one to taste. But based on the 3 we've had, if I had to pick the rye, I think it would be 3.
Yeah, okay, I'll make that note right now, but you can change your mind.
And I
the
think
second
2
way.
is going to be the wheat.
You think 2's the wheat? Okay. You can change your mind after you get done if you
So
want
you're
to.
telling me that's not right.
I'm not saying that at all.
Sounds like she's telling me it's not right.
You've not tasted number 4.
I know.
And it takes 3 to 4 sips to get everything out of it.
I feel like you didn't give enough pour for all that.
Well, Mark has learned how to handle the pours. You need to too. I really
Mark's not happy about it though.
You know what? I said number 1 had a nice nose. Number 4's nose is really good. It's really good.
I'm getting a lot of sweet off of that one.
It's very sweet. hint of char.
Like a lot of sweet.
I'm getting a lot of cherry off of the nose as well. Wow. The nose on number 4 is so good. Love that. Yeah, best nose.
I don't know what the age statement is, obviously, on these, but they are all, they're obviously not identical, and you can see that looking at them. But they all have a lot of the same characteristics. They have that, they're all pretty mellow. They explode with other things, some, like 4 does.
Number 4 is awesome.
But it starts mellow. Like, when it first hits your palate, I was thinking again, there's nothing here, and then it starts.
Number 4 for me, wow. That's all I can say is wow. It is. It's mellow, like Bryan said, but it opens up, has the nice balanced char, oak notes,
Yeah.
fruitiness, even has a slight hint of the cherry in it.
The finish for me is like oak.
A little bit of apple even, like a crisp apple. I'm sorry, it's in there for me.
You didn't get
A
any
little
leather,
bit of
did you?
spice. No spice, no tobacco.
No.
Wow, number 4 is delicious.
Vanilla.
Yep.
Maybe even a little bit of cinnamon.
It is so balanced.
Right before the oak, I get some cinnamon.
Even on the finish, the flavors continue to unfold.
Yeah.
Number 4 is really good. I don't remember. You know, I'm going to be honest with you. This lineup that we did, I have not had very much of it at all. None of it. Not saying I haven't had a taste of it, but literally probably only a taste, and they were probably all neck pours when I did have them.
So these are all fairly new bottles.
No. I'm saying
Oh, not necessarily. Okay, I got you.
But I am saying number 4 is a wow for me. I really like it.
Okay, I'm going to go back. You starting back with 4?
Definitely a lot of fruity notes. You know, when you first taste number 4, just like I think it was number 1, you're like, there's nothing there. Because it's so well balanced, just like number 1 was, that it opens up immediately after the initial taste of it, where you think you're not getting anything. It's very pleasant.
There's nothing bold.
No.
I don't think any of I didn't get anything bold really in any of them. But there certainly isn't anything bold there. I get the oak on the finish. I get some cinnamon in there, like I said, the first time right before the oak. The beginning of it is so mild that you're really kind of looking, what's going to happen?
And it does happen. Because it's so
Right.
balanced, you're getting all kinds of fruit flavors. You're getting the vanilla, you're getting the oak, you're getting a little bit of caramel, you're getting the apple, like the apple crispness of it at the end, a little bit of spices, but it's all like unveiling itself.
Without going back through them, well, I've already done 4, but I would drink any of the 4. I didn't drink anything I don't think that I would ask for.
Okay. I don't know about that because
Well, I have to go back through them, but
I think I would at this point ask for number 1 and 4 all the time. I mean, that's a nice pour.
I'd ask for 4. Just I don't know. There's some stuff there for me, but
Every palate's different, but I'm telling you, it's a nice balanced pour. No, it's not hot, and no, you're not going to get those deep, deep flavors of a high proof. I'm sure Bryan has noticed by now none of these are really super hot.
no, there's no proof here. I don't think.
But number 4 has a lot of flavor. For me, I'm able to pick out a ton of flavors.
I want to say they're all going to be double-digit proof.
Okay. So he's saying double-digit proof, everybody. We'll see if he's right. Number 3,
I don't know why I let her do these. She sets me up every time. And then
number 3 has opened up on the nose a little bit. It's a lot sweeter on the nose. Number 3 truly has a nice nose as well. I love the nose on number 1 and number 4, really, especially number 4. But number 3 also has a really nice nose.
number 3 is the one that I said first time through was probably the rye, isn't it?
Yep.
Yeah, I'm still feeling it.
You feeling it's still the rye? Okay.
I like it. I like 3. If I was going to ask for a pour of anything, it would be 3.
I like 3 as well. Number 3, though, it really is just smooth all the way through, balanced. It is. It's a nice
They all
balanced
have
pour.
been. They've all been that.
I
really.
wouldn't know. Well, the first time through, number 2 was not that way for me. So we'll see. Going back. Finish is sweet. Not pulling out a ton of characters on the second way back. However, there's still that cherry note. I don't think I was able to pull it out the first time, but it's there now. And maybe it's just because I'm going back a different way after number 2 being kind of more ethanol and number 4 being more fruity for me. Number 3 has that fruity note, definitely a cherry note. It's just a nice balanced pour. Get a little vanilla. You don't get really the oak or the char or anything on it,
No,
which is shocking because
yeah.
it had a beautiful dark color. So I thought we'd get more of that caramel, more of the oak, more of the.
Yeah,
it's really.
I didn't.
It is good though. I liked it. I may like it a little bit more than 4, but I'm not 100% sure. They're probably a close tie.
And that's just, I mean, that just shows how different everybody is because to me, there's no comparison in them.
Real?
Yeah, it would be 3 every time for me over 4.
Okay. Number 2. Not looking forward to this. The nose on it, number 2 does not have a great nose at all. However, I can look past the nose, take a sip. The nose on it for me is a big 0.
Yeah, I remember that. There's not much on the nose, there's not much on the palate. It's not awful. There's just not a lot to it. It's not a flavor when it hits my palate that I want to spit it out or dump the glass out or anything like that.
If you give it to me, I'm going to drink it. Honestly, I will drink it. I will not turn up my nose.
I would probably try to give that, the way it's appealing to me, I would probably give that to a new bourbon drinker.
Yeah, it's kind of watery. It's sweet. It has a sweetness to it.
It's almost.
It's not unpleasant when you drink it.
It's a step above sugar water.
Yeah, honestly.
I mean, sugar water is drastic. It's not drinking sugar water. However, that's your primary flavor is the sweetness.
It is. Honestly, it is. It's very light. And not that, you know what, I've had some light whiskeys or light pours that have been full of flavor.
Yeah.
So I'm not taken away from its color. I'm really not. The nose has the ethanol on it for me, but you're right. It's just sugar water, basically.
Yeah, it's not a bad flavor. It doesn't present anything terrible. It's not like
I'm going to drink it, honestly.
There's no ethanol there. It's just.
Yeah, sugar water. I agree. Now, when we were going this way, you had said this was your weeder. Do you feel that this is still your weeder, or?
I'm going to leave it there, and I may be wrong. I may very well be wrong, but I'm going to leave it there.
Okay. Back to number 1. Nice. I still like the nose on 1, like the nose on 3 and 4.
I don't get much on it. I get a little bit of sweet.
There's not a lot on the nose on number 1, but it's a pleasant nose. It has a little bit of spice on it, has a little sweetness, a little bit of char.
There's a little bit of pepper on the palate. I don't know. Again, that would be more how I view it. That would be maybe an advanced beginner.
Because of all the spice on your palate?
It's mild, so it's easy to drink, but yet you could talk somebody through the flavors on it. They really present themselves strong, but weak, if that makes sense.
It is. I love number 1. You know what? Honestly, I love higher proofs. These are all, as we can tell, lower proofs. I'm sure you've picked that up by now. However, 1, 3, and 4 to me are delicious. Number 2, it's okay. It's good. I'm going to drink it. It's a drinkable pour. However,
Drinkable.
I really like number 1. Why I like it is the finish is sweet. It has a lot of spices on the front end. It has a little cherry note in it. It has oak. It has spice. It has, you know what, 1, 3, and 4. I'm going to have a really hard time lining these up. But I really like number 1.
I'm not going to completely line them up. I'm going to say that number 3 is my favorite. Number 1 is a close second. Now, that's of this lineup. Would I pick? I certainly wouldn't pick number 1 over a lot of things that I like. But of these 4, it's a tight second. And then 2 and 4, I guess I'll put them in order.
Yeah, can you put them in order? Because I can't do you and marketing.
I can tell you're going to be stressed out over it.
I am, because just line them up for me. Don't like... I know, right, guys? All right, so...
Did anybody understand what I was saying?
If you watch the live, those guys like to do that kind of stuff, but no, we're not doing that tonight.
Do we have a bonus?
So, we do not have a bonus. Okay, so first you said number 2 was the Weeder, and it came in last place for you. Mm-hmm. And you said number 3 was the Rye, which came in first place for you.
Correct.
Well, I am here to tell you that you're absolutely wrong on both.
Why wouldn't that be?
Mm-hmm, exactly. So we're going to do your lineup. Number 3 was the Knob Creek 12-year.
Wow, there's one that obviously we haven't touched
We have
a lot
not
of.
had a lot of this one at all.
Probably opened it, tasted it, and that was it. And that's number 3?
That was number 3.
Okay.
Which was your first place?
Yeah, that's my first
My
place.
second place, very good. Very nice pour.
100 proof. So I just missed my guess on that one.
Yep, you did.
Double-digit proofs.
I think that's the only one that's 100 proof. Your
You
next
kind of
one,
got to give me that, don't you?
no. Your next one was number 1, which is the Bullet Rye 12-year. These are all 12 years, guys, 12 years old.
12-year.
And that is why when the number 2 was so light, it's kind of weird because it's 12 years old. It should be a lot darker.
And that is number 2 in the glass?
No. The Bullet is the 12-year that was number 1.
Okay, all right.
It was number 2 for you. It ended up number 3 for me. However, I can tell you if I could stack them like Bryan was trying to do, number 3 and number 2 would be stacked behind
You
each
could
other.
stack them, Mike. All we have to do is just say we're stacking them.
Sorry, 3 and 1. 3 and 1. So, number 3 was Knob Creek. The number 1 was Bullet. Number 4,
No way.
and we have never opened this one, the Weller 12-year. Tonight's the first time opening it. And I'm going to tell you, I was really disappointed, guys. This is a 12-year weeded bourbon. It's only 90 proof, but it has just a metal top. Like, who does that on a 12-year? Because
Weller does it.
you know these are hard to find. Very hard to find.
I'm aware. I waited in line for it.
And it has a metal top,
Yeah.
a screw top.
Yep, that's a bottle here in Ohio. We don't see very often.
We do not.
That was a special holiday drop just before Christmas. OHLQ dropped very limited numbers of Old Fits and the white label Weller and the black label Weller. I don't know. I was probably 30th in line, I'm going to say. And that's what I got.
Very good. It actually placed number 2 for me. No, sorry. It was first for me. Actually, Weller was number 1 for me.
With a metal screw top.
Placed 3rd for Bryan, but number 1 for me. It's really good. If you can get your hands on it, get it. Even though it has a metal top, guys, I'm sorry about that. What's with their marketing department with that metal top? I don't know, but whatever. All right, so last and certainly least was number 2. Your number 2 finished last for me as well. We both agreed with that.
That's a pour I actually like.
You can tell Bryan likes this because
Wow.
it is almost gone. I have never liked this and really have never had much of it at all.
Clearly, I don't like it either.
Well, you do though,
Yeah, but I don't. It's down here.
but he does. So So this is the Hoot and Young, aged 12 years. Now this is a veteran-owned distillery. So I do not want to talk ill about it whatsoever because, one, thank you for your service. However, the nose on it has the ethanol. Throughout it, it's a good pour. I'm going to drink the pour. It's kind of pricey.
I've always felt that at 92 proof, it doesn't drink like a 92 proof.
No, it's really light. There's something off about it, honestly. But this was only batch number 1, which means obviously it's the first batch. So if you can get your hands on a later batch, hopefully it's a lot better. Again, we would drink that. But obviously Bryan has drank a lot of it.
Yes, I'm normally fond of it, but
When you line it up with everything else.
not in the lineup.
So these are all 12-year pours. I will tell you that Bryan guessed that number 2 was the Weeder, and number 2 was actually the Hoot and Young, which is not a Weeder.
Not a weeder.
And he guessed number 3 was the Rye, which was Knob Creek, which was not the Rye. Here's the Rye. So he did not get those right. Sorry, babe. I even kind of hinted about the pepper taste on the Rye.
You know what?
Trying to get you to pick that up.
To try to pick your hints out of your notes, I'm not capable of that.
It's all good.
Because your hints are like wrapped up into pillowcases and tucked under the couch. And so it's really hard. It's really hard to pull your hints out.
Okay, next time. I will just smack him across the face with the hints. No, I'm joking.
I will appreciate that. Not really.
Hey, so this is Bryan's lineup. He picked the Knob Creek, the Bullet, the Weller, and then the Hoot and Young. So my lineup, just so we can get that in order, just so anybody can see, was the Weller, the Knob Creek, and then the Hoot and Young. So pretty similar, almost. I moved the...
This is third for you?
No, that's last. Yeah. So we honestly just moved the Weller to first, is all we did.
From third.
Yep.
Maybe if it'd been a cork, it scored better for me.
Maybe. I mean, really Buffalo Trace, Sazerac Company. You guys make a lot of money, and I know it.
Do better.
Do better. Really, a medal. I mean, come on. This is like Boone's Farm. Let's get better. Okay, come on. Let's get a cork.
Now, in your world of wine,
No.
all the big guys are going to that. So why is that not okay?
No. I do not buy a wine that has a metal screw top.
But you are aware that that's what they're going to.
Shame on them. Synthetic corks are okay.
I don't know, guys. It's
all about the pop.
To me, I don't think it would have mattered what the top was made out of. It wouldn't have scored any better for me. I don't know. That's just me. Knob Creek, what's funny is I'm not a huge Knob Creek fan. We haven't drank a lot of Knob Creek. I don't think either of us have really been fond. Like, it's not a favorite. It's not something we'd say, hey, give me a pour of that Knob Creek up there.
Right. And you know what? We have the Knob Creek 15 that's still in the box from several years ago that we were able to get. Maybe we just needed to try all the Knob Creeks.
Yeah, if nothing else, we can clear off the shelf space by drinking them.
Well, by drinking them. Like I'm just talking about a tasting. He's talking about drinking the whole bottle.
Oh, there's a couple tastes there.
A couple.
Okay, so once again, Shona has totally stumped me. Made things that I thought were good not look so good, and things that I didn't really care for do really well. She's good at that.
It's getting nighttime on the beach, by the way.
I don't think it's changed any.
Oh, it's gotten really dark.
As long as we've been going, you'd think the sun would have set a little more. We're trying to get ourselves in the mood for the beach because we're heading south in a month. So
It doesn't take me much to get in the mood for the beach, though.
it takes much more for me to get in the mood for the beach.
Brian's not a beach guy. I love the beach.
Not a beach guy. Sun, sand, from a
Tiki
distance,
bar.
and drinks, I'm all in. Beach, nah. Ocean, nah. There's a swimming pool somewhere.
Beach, breeze, good book, nice cocktail, all there.
She lost me a good book. Okay, guys, hit the like button if you would, please. Just take a millisecond of your time and hit that thumbs up button. We'd really appreciate it. It'll do a ton for us. Hit the subscribe button if you think we've done a good job. If you want to see more of our content, hit the bell. That way YouTube will let you know, hey, Cask 529 has put new material out there. We've been doing live streams. We've done 3 or 4 of those. There won't be one this week. Should be back with one of those next Friday.
Yep.
So that'll be
Not sure if it's going to be Friday, but the following week for sure.
the 10th, I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Maybe around the 10th. That's what we're hoping. So I think that's all we have for tonight. Again, thanks for joining us. We appreciate each and every one of you. And we hope to see you again.
Thanks, everyone.
Thanks, guys.